Have you ever felt misunderstood? Like the whole world sees you as one thing, when you're something else entirely on the inside? Today, we're going to talk about one of the most misunderstood figures in cinema history, a true titan of loneliness, King Kong. Long ago, far out in the vast, unforgiving ocean, lay an island forever veiled in mist. They called it Skull Island, a place whispered about in hushed tones, a land no human dared to tread. This was the home of King Kong, the solitary guardian, the last of his kind, standing watch over all creatures great and small. But let's get one thing straight from the start. Strength is not what made Kang great. His immense power, his thunderous roar, his colossal frame, these were not the essence of who he was. Kang wasn't born to destroy, he was born to protect. He was the chosen guardian of the forest, the defender of the weak, and the keeper of a delicate natural balance that had existed long before man ever set foot on his shores. He was a king, not a tyrant, a protector, not a monster, but the outside world, the world of so-called civilization, couldn't see past his size. They saw a beast, a threat, a creature to be conquered. They never bothered to look for the soul within the giant. They feared him, so they hunted him. They saw his strength not as a force for good, but as a prize to be won, a trophy to be displayed. They wanted to chain his power and turn it into a spectacle, a gaudy attraction that would prove their own dominance over nature itself. And so, they captured him. They dragged him from his home, bound him in steel chains, and paraded him before the flashing lights and roaring crowds of a concrete jungle. When Kong finally broke free in the heart of the great city, he didn't roar out of hatred or malice. His roars were cries of profound loneliness, of deep, agonizing pain from being so utterly and completely misunderstood. He was a king without a kingdom, a guardian with nothing left to protect. Imagine the scene. At the very top of the tallest building in the world, the Empire State Building, he's surrounded by the blinding glare of searchlights and the deafening rattle of gunfire from biplanes swarming around him like angry insects. But even then, cornered and attacked, Kong did not lash out in a blind rage. His true power was not in his might, but in his restraint. In one massive hand, he held gently, protectively, the fragile human girl he had once saved from a pack of ravenous beasts back on his island. She was the only one who had ever dared to look past the monster and see the beating heart inside. She was the one connection he had to a world that had only shown him cruelty. As he stood there, perched precariously between two worlds, Kong looked down at the sprawling, glittering city below. His eyes weren't filled with anger, but with a deep, heart-wrenching sorrow. It was as if he was trying to communicate one final, simple truth. I am strong, but this is not my place. I do not belong here. He was a force of nature trapped in a world of steel and glass, a world that had no room for something so wild, so pure, so untouchable. His strength was a curse in this new land, not a gift. In the end, under the relentless storm of bullets and the cold, flashing lights, Kong fell. He fell from the pinnacle of the man-made world. But here's the most important part. He fell free. He did not fall in chains. In his final moments, he was no longer a captive, no longer a spectacle. He was himself. People said King Kong died that day, but I don't believe that's the whole story. A legend like that doesn't just die. No, he merely returned to the wild he was born to protect. He returned to a place where his spirit could be free, where the wind and the waves on the shores of Skull Island still whisper his story. They tell of a giant's body that held a heart big enough to love, to protect, and to sacrifice, even when the world gave him nothing but fear and hatred in return. So, what can we learn from this lonely giant? The story of King Kong is more than just a monster movie. It's a timeless allegory with powerful lessons for all of us. First, true strength isn't about the muscle you have, but how you choose to use it. It's not about dominance or intimidation. It's about protecting what you love, standing up for the vulnerable, and having the courage to be gentle in a world that expects you to be brutal. Kong's greatest show of strength wasn't breaking his chains, but cradling a single, fragile life in the palm of his hand. Second, being alone isn't the scariest thing in the world. What's truly terrifying is losing yourself just to be accepted by others. Kang was isolated, but he never betrayed his nature. He never tried to become the monster they wanted him to be. He remained a protector to the very end. It's a reminder to us all. Don't let the world's misunderstanding of you change who you are. Your authenticity is your greatest power. And finally, When you live true to yourself, even if the whole world turns its back on you, you are still the victor. Kong may have fallen, but his spirit was never conquered. He lived and died by his own code, a king to the last breath. In the grand scheme of things, that's a victory far greater than any temporary triumph. He won his own battle by staying true. King Kong's story resonates because, on some level, we all know what it feels like to be the lonely giant in a small world. We've all felt misunderstood, judged by our appearance rather than our heart. But his tale teaches us to embrace our unique strength, to protect what we hold dear, and to never, ever let the world break our spirit. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive into the heart of a legend. If this story moved you, please give this video a like and hit that subscribe button. We have so many more stories to explore together. Until next time, stay true to the giant within you.